Chapter 1 When God is Silent. Copyright Opeyemi Akintunde. As inspired by the living word, I looked up at the shiny Paris wallpaper that used to be a constant reminder of my dream honeymoon. A dream I woke up to every morning and the last thing I ensured I looked at before hitting the bed. It glowed in the dark as always, however, my heart didn't respond like in the past. Instead, this time, it ached so bad. The only source of light was the screen of my laptop. I was seated in the dark, dressed in my black hoodie, staring at the laptop. It was time for me to write. For the wages of sin is death. For the wages of sin is death. I kept typing those words over and over as my hands vibrated on its own. For the wages of sin is death. My fingers kissed the keyboard with so much anger. Then why? I asked as my body kept vibrating. Why? Why is this scripture not being fulfilled concerning me? Why is this sinner not dead? I wasn't the one who committed the sin, so why should I feel dead? Why do I feel like my soul has been ripped out of my chest when I'm not the one worthy of the death sentence? Why do I have to be the one to wallow in the pits of hell when I didn't commit the crime? Why? Just why? Somebody is worthy of this death sentence. Somebody should be hung for this crime. Not me, not me. Somebody else should take my place on this island of pain. The one who sinned should take my place on this cross of despair I am presently being hung on. I guess at this point, you want to understand what's happening. Well, let me take you to the very beginning. 6 months earlier, my name is Rosy, and life couldn't be more perfect than it was for me 6 months ago. I was a happy teenage girl loved by her parents, Reverend Japheth and Pastor Sophie. Life was great. I was blessed to have 2 amazing younger siblings. I could do no wrong in their eyes. I was their perfect big sister, Rosy the intelligent, Rosy the sweet one, Rosy the caring one, the list goes on and on. The icing on my blessings was my childhood best friend turned soulmate, Manasseh. I was 17, going on 18, and he was 20, going on 21. We were 2 young people who took life seriously. We knew what we wanted in life early, thanks to early exposure to the things of God. We became attracted to each other back in preteen class, but thanks to messages on sexual purity, we chose to be best of friends until we were mature enough to talk about dating. We had kept it that way for over 6 years, though we knew we loved each other deeply and spoke about future plans together. We were so responsible about it that our parents didn't have to monitor us. That's how perfectly perfect my life had been prior to this time of writing. A few days before my 18th birthday, I sat opposite Manasseh in my living room. We were laughing and joking, enjoying each other's company. "I'm serious, those lecturers have no chill in them," Manasseh said, shaking his head. Manasseh was studying for his master's degree, while I was in my 200 level in school. I laughed. "No, you're just exaggerating the whole situation." Manasseh smiled. "I wish," he said. I laughed so hard. Manasseh glared at me in admiration as usual. I stopped laughing and looked at him. "What?" I asked him, raising my eyebrow. I knew what was coming, but as a girl, I wanted to hear him say it. "Nothing. I am just admiring you. I feel blessed knowing I am spending my forever with you," he said, smiling. "Is that so?" I replied. I blushed, feeling my heart flutter. "Ah, thanks, Manasseh. I feel the same way about you." Manasseh's eyes locked onto mine, filled with admiration. "In 2 days, you'll be a legalized adult. My Rosy will be 18, and then I will be free to ask you out on a proper date. "Oon," I said. "I am just so glad time is closing in. Before we know it, you will graduate from school, and when you turn 22, we can finally get married, relocate to Paris as you've always wanted, and be together forever," Manasseh said. I smiled, feeling happy. "I know, right? Very soon. I can't wait," I said excitedly. "Unfortunately, that dream seems impossible right now." "Why, you ask? Stay with me, the story has just begun." To be continued. Inspired by The Truth Revealer, written by Opeyemi Akintunde, assistant writer, Olutodo Ayanoluwa.